Francophone, 2 fois président, passer le pouvoir à un anglophone. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Ah, monsieur le président.
Hi. Good day, the beautiful people of the Cameroon. Today, I come to tell you to ignore those who say British Cameroon was never a country. Ignore them. It's not up to a historian to tell you if British Cameroon was a country. British Cameroon was a country, and is still a country that has been annexed. If you look, the people who come to argue that British Cameroon has never been a country, or that is not a country, are some Anglophones. I was privileged, I call it today privilege, to have been a student in Guakele, the then Yaoundé University, the only university at the time in the Cameroons. Then I wasn't happy as an Anglophone. I taught God, all the public law, no English. 99% of my courses were in French. But today, I can tell you that I'm privileged that I went to Mwakele and I study public law. Why? Because when you see the Anglophones who come and support the La Republic theory, you look at them, look at their background, look at their educational background. They want to argue things that is not within their educational capacity. If you look at some of my professors when I was in Wakele, those who taught me, they have never denied the fact that British Cameroon was a country, is a country that has been annexed. Some of these my professors were who? Jean Bipung Marie, Professor Augustin Concho, Professor Oona, Professor Melone, Professor Ngongo, Professor Biyum, Professor Maurice Kamto. These were my lecturers in Wakele. If you want to know if British Cameroon was or is a country that have been annexed, go and ask them. Don't ask a historian. A country is not about history. If you want to know if a country was a country or has been annexed, you ask a legal professional. You don't ask a historian. A historian writes historical facts. A historian cannot tell you the component of a state, the legal component. A historian doesn't study that. The country have got legal components. And so, when some of you go around that they are misleading people, nobody is misleading any person. Even Mr. Biya, President Aijo, have never disputed the fact that British Cameroon was a country. We don't even need to argue about it. It is a fact. A country, a state, just meet these three components. A defined territory. To those of you who are doubting that British Cameroon is not a country, has British Cameroon, has it got a defined territory? Most recently, the Bakassi case, La République du Cameroun was asked to go back to their original boundary when they had independence. When did La République du Cameroun had independence? January 1960. That's their own boundary. So where does British Cameroon, the other part, they call Northwest and Southwest today, where does it fall? It's a different international boundary. So British Cameroon have got a defined territory. The second component is what? A permanent population. Do British Cameroon, do Southern Cameroon, do West Cameroon, do they have a defined population? Yes. And the last component is what? A government. My brothers and sisters, British Cameroons, West Cameroons, Southern Cameroons, Northwest and Southwest had a government. The first prime minister was Dr. Ndeli in 1957. It was then replaced by John Foncha. That was a government. So when people come and say British Cameroon was not a state, people are misleading people. No, you are the one. La République. La République Anglophones. La République Anglophiles. People who want to eat. Why the rest of British Cameroon is suffering? You are the one misleading people. You need a lawyer like myself to tell you that British Cameroon is a country. We joined La République du Cameroun as a country. Yes, we were not independent on our own. As I always say, a country does not need to be independent to be called a country. All you need is a defined territory, a permanent population, and a government. And British Cameroon had all those components. You don't need to be independent. Scotland is not independent. It's a country. England is not independent. It's a country. Wales is not independent. It's a country. Northern Ireland is not independent. It's a country. All of them, they are in United Kingdom. La République du Cameroun, French Cameroon, British Cameroon, Southern Cameroon, they came together as two countries. Yes, British Cameroon was not independent. So what? So it was still a country. So ladies and gentlemen, those who go and meet historians to tell you if British Cameroon was a country or not, it's a legal mind who can tell you what is a country, not a historian. So ladies and gentlemen, ignore all those things. For those of you who talk about La République negotiating with British Cameroon, we don't need to negotiate. We need them to respect the fact that two countries came together. Even a country doesn't even need to be sovereign. La République du Cameroun that have annexed British Cameroon is not a sovereign country. The government of La République joined CEMAC. CEMAC is made up of, about 6 countries: Gabon, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Chad, Republic of Congo, and Equatorial Guinea. They joined together. So even La République du Cameroun have got joint sovereignty. Sovereignty means you're free to make your own laws. You're free to control your own land and other things. But the day La République du Cameroun joined CEMAC, they lost part of their sovereignty. So they have joint sovereignty. That's why they cannot determine their monetary policy. That's why they cannot determine their interest rate. That is why they have a joint ministerial conference, head of state and all whatnot. So even La République du Cameroun is not even independent because they have a joint sovereignty. An organization, CEMAC, that was created by France. You see, in CEMAC, most countries in CEMAC, they are under France. France controls their monetary policy, interest rate, everything. France tells them what to do. That's why most ministers of finance in these CEMAC countries, they are just shadow ministers because they don't determine the monetary policy. We don't have a central bank in Cameroon. We have UDIAC. UDIAC is a bank for some countries that they have joint sovereignty. So even La République is not even independent. That's why we of British Cameroon, we are suffering. For how many years? Even their money, France CFA, there was no English on it. Colonization, annexation. How can another African country annex another African country? I've never heard about that. I heard about apartheid, Caucasians controlling black, but I've never heard black on black apartheid. So ladies and gentlemen, if somebody ever come and tell you that British Cameroon was not a country, it's not a country that have been annexed, no, they don't know what they are saying. If they genuinely believe what they are saying, they can call the leader of British Cameroon National Party, Maitre Mola Alex Nivelle-Lisingeh. Let's have that debate. Don't go monologue. You interview somebody, you say, oh, we are never a country. We were a country. What they call British Cameroon was British Empire. You had, what you call, is it German Cameroon, rather? It was German Empire. It was not a country called Cameroon. It was an empire. You had the British Empire. You have the Roman Empire. All those empires have collapsed. Then we have today what we call countries. So you cannot call a German empire that it was a country, Cameroon. No, it wasn't. It was an empire. There were so many empires. Most of them have disappeared. So, ladies and gentlemen, we should understand this distinction, and we should also know this. We talk about territorial integrity in Cameroon. If you go and join CEMAC, you lost your territorial integrity. You don't have the same borders anymore because they have free movement. They are not practicing it at the moment. Those are the rules in CEMAC. The aim of CEMAC is to bring all those French countries together and form one country. That's what they were trying to do with the United Kingdom, and Britain came out from the European Union. So ladies and gentlemen, we of British Cameroon National Party, all we want equal status. We want to decide, and we are not going to ask La République, we are not going to beg them. We have a 10-year plan. Like the Scottish, like the Catalonians, like the people in Northern Ireland, like the Welsh, like the people of Quebec. Our 10-year plan, even the current La République law, cannot stop us from doing it. We have a right to create a political party. We have a right to stand for election. Our 10-year plan is to take most of those seats in British Cameroon and say no to Yaoundé. So we will be in a strong position. When you're out of government, when you don't have that leverage, when you don't have that mandate, you say, oh, La République, come and negotiate with you. Negotiate with you that you're who? It doesn't work that way. There are two ways. Either you go to Yaoundé and fight La République du Cameroun, then maybe they will negotiate with you. Or you do politics and take most of the members of parliament and council. That's the only way. So ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. This has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Nivelle-Lisingeh, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Have a great day.
Pauvre qui vote, ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger?